All right.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. I'll just give a quick outline. All right. So first we have direction, cardinal direction, everything like that. Then we have scale. All right. The three types of scales, how to convert, and measuring distance. That's all in scale. Okay. Then we have six figure and four figure grid reference. All right. That's easy. And after that we have relief and contour features. All right, like hills, valleys, types of hills, ridge, and all of that. Then we have drainage patterns. Okay, after drainage patterns, it's like identifying and analyzing the map. All right, so first of all, symbols, conventional symbols, what each color represents, a general overview of that, even if they won't ask it specifically. And even if they ask, it'll probably be there in the index, so you can use common sense and explain. So that is one. And then using the surrounding features to identify the climate. All right, using the surrounding features to identify the occupation, and also transportation and communication, and finally types of settlements. So these are the main 10 topics that we have to do. All right, so we'll go one by one. First two pages, they're not important. If you want, you can read it for a good overview. All right, so now direction. You know the four cardinal directions, right?
Yeah.
All right, tell which is where, like what is at the top, at the right.
North at the top, south at the bottom,
Yeah,
west, left, and east, right?
yeah. All right, good. All right, and then so if you have in the question, they'll mostly ask find the direction of A from B. Okay,
Yeah.
so first in the question, you want to understand what is your starting reference point. Okay, like an anchor. Okay, so in this example, it is B, and then there
Page.
no there's no page. I'm just explaining.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, uh, so now we have to find the direction of A from B. So B is our starting point. B is our anchor. Okay. And then we find A. We locate A on the map.
Okay.
Once we locate A, we check in which direction, corresponding to B, which direction is A in.
Okay.
Alright. So imagine like B is the center. If you want to make it easier, you can draw like the four arrows, north, south, east, west on B, and then you can circle A and check where it is
Okay.
to visualize better so that you don't lose marks.
Okay.
Okay, and just remember, don't get confused and do the opposite. Like you suppose A is
Yeah.
southwest of B, don't write B,
Okay.
like don't write northeast.
Okay.
All right, now scale. So there's three types of scales, and advantage and disadvantage is not important, but they did ask in term one, I'm pretty sure. So it's just better to at least know one of it, one of each. Like one advantage, one disadvantage. And there's not much to remember. It's like, it makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
So statement scale, first of all. You're just stating it. That's why it's called statement scale. So for all the topo maps that we have, 2 centimeter is 1 kilometer. That is statement scale.
Yeah.
Alright. This is what we use to find distance. I'll come to that later. Okay, advantage, disadvantage, read. It's self-explanatory. Okay, and then graphical or linear scale. So if you notice at the bottom of every topo map, there'll be like below 1 is to 50,000, there'll be like a bar kind of thing.
A what kind of thing?
A bar.
Okay.
Okay, like the black stripe bar, that is the graphical scale.
Okay.
Right. Then we have representative fraction, and this is only 1 is to 50,000. So how does it work? You're basically saying 1 unit on the map is equal to 50,000 units on the ground. So it doesn't matter if you take 1 centimeter, 1 kilometer, 1 meter, irrespective of whatever unit you take, this scale will always work. That's why this is most likely to be asked as like advantage. So that's why I'm specifying.
Okay.
Alright. Now coming to direct distance and indirect distance. So remember, direct, okay? There's nothing complicated. The steps are straightforward. It's all direct. It's just a straight line, okay? You
Okay.
have to measure with your scale. It's the shortest distance. Okay, so in the question when they're framing, they can ask like they can directly ask find the direct distance, or they can ask find like crowfly method, using crowfly method calculate the distance, or they can also ask shortest distance. All
Okay.
right, it depends on the context. You have to understand the context of the question. I'll give an
Okay.
example. Wait. So direct distance, you take your scale, you measure the distance between the 2 points, and you will get a value in centimeters. Say
Yeah.
8 centimeters. Now you have to convert this to kilometers. So
How many
simple, just keep it
centimeters?
8 centimeters.
Okay.
Okay, do you know what to do?
Yeah.
How do you?
4. Like 8 by 2.
Yeah, you just divide it by 2. You just keep it plain and simple. Alright?
Okay.
Uh,
Alright.
and suppose if they are, usually they might ask like distance between spot height, this, and another like triangulated height or something like that. But in case they ask the direct distance between two settlements, what do you have to do? Three steps. Okay. First, draw a quadrilateral around both the settlements. Okay. Try to make
Okay.
it as small as possible. Then draw one diagonal in both these quadrilaterals. Understood so
Mm-hmm.
far?
Yeah.
And then finally, in these diagonals, find the midpoint of both the diagonals.
Okay.
And then to find direct distance, you just measure the distance between these two midpoints. That's it.
Okay. Can you show it once with an visual example?
Uh, okay.
Broke my scale and now I'm scaleless.
Who broke your scale, bro?
You broke my scale, bro.
When? What you're telling? Oh, that scale. Oh, I thought you were talking about the wooden scale. What is your number? Okay, I think I got a good enough one. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
You can see my annotations, right? Like you can see this.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. So suppose they ask the direct distance of this settlement. Pretty sure it's called Jal to Sanderwada.
Okay.
So you draw a quadrilateral like this. I'll make it smaller.
Okay.
Quadrilateral, four sides.
Yeah.
And then you draw another one like this. It doesn't have to be like a square rectangle. It doesn't matter honestly.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can either do a diagonal like this or you can do like this. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Mm.
Same thing here. Make a diagonal. Alright. And then you find the midpoint of this diagonal, which I'm marking with this red point. Alright. And the direct distance is simply the distance between these 2 points. You measure
Okay.
with scale, divide by 2, write in kilometers. That's it.
Mm. Okay.
Understood?
Yeah.
Fine. So that is for settlements. And if they're asking spot height, then it's easy. You just take that point.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, indirect distance. How do you do this? So you'll be given a thread, right?
Mm.
Usually they'll ask like find the distance between. Okay, look at page number 7, figure 1.
Okay.
They might ask find the distance between Piplia and Palikera along the
Figure
metal
one.
road.
Okay.
Alright. So what you'll have to do, use the string, and because they've specified along the metal road, you know that it is not direct distance because you have to follow the path of the road.
Mm.
It might not necessarily be a road, it can be pack track, car track, anything. But in this example, it's a road. So you take your string and like keep it along the road.
Yeah.
Make the string match the shape of the road.
Wait, from like you're saying you're talking about figure one right now, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So from where? From where Piplia starts or what?
yeah, like from where it meets the road.
So it can be an estimate, like around.
It's
It's
like
not.
there's just two houses touching it, so it's yeah, extremely close. You just take the shot. Okay, imagine you are in the middle of the road, okay, and you are going towards Piplia.
Hmm.
The point where your car enters the boundary of the village, or like when you are beside the first house, that is one starting point. Okay, and now
O-
imagine that you're back in the middle of the road and you're going in the other direction towards Palikera. All right, and
Okay.
imagine the same thing. The when your car enters the boundary of the village, like when you're right beside the first building, that is the second point. So you find the indirect distance between those 2 points, like that.
Okay.
And so you trace it along the road, you use the thread to find the distance, and then mark you can mark with pencil or pen on the thread at which point it ends, so that you can like straighten your thread and measure the distance with your scale.
Okay.
And then you will again you have to divide by 2 to write in kilometers.
Okay.
Wait 1 second. So in prelim 1 they had asked a question. Okay, Jaya goes on bicycle from one settlement to another in a straight line. If she moves at a speed of 10 kilometers per hour, how much time will she take to reach her destination? Okay, so when you read initially, Raya goes on bicycle, you might think she has to go like along the road only, right? So they're probably asking indirect distance. But then later they specify in a straight line. So you have to ignore all logic and you just have to calculate direct distance.
Okay.
Okay, because they've specified straight line. And then the speed thing, it's just the speed equals
Yeah.
distance by time. That you did right.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So that's direct and indirect distance done. Then four-figure grid reference. So
You
you
can
know
skip four figure.
I can skip four-figure.
Yeah.
So six-figure also I can skip.
You need to remind me.
Okay. So four-figure and four-figure it's vertical and then horizontal, right?
Yeah.
Same way for six-figure it's vertical and then small vertical and then horizontal small horizontal.
Yeah.
You divide it into 10 points and then the small like wherever it is that's the small one.
Hmm.
Understood?
Yeah. Wait, one sec. Okay, back. One sec.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Also, what do you take first?
Vertical.
Vertical first. Okay.
Yeah, vertical horizontal.
Okay.
Okay. uh, Conventional signs and symbols you have to read, like just see, and don't tell like it'll all be there in the what index, so it's fine, but no, because you remember they'd ask the meaning of what causeway or something.
Card chat. No,
No,
I.
causeway
Yes.
in term
Okay.
one. Yeah, that's
But
why.
bro, I won't remember it if I read it.
Bro,
I'll
you
have to.
don't have to remember it. If you know what it is, you can just write in your own words, bro. Like you
Okay,
just have
fine.
to read it once. Geography is literally just reading.
Fine.
Okay. Colors also you just have to read. There's nothing much to explain.
Colors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Page 14.
Okay.
Now come to page 14. Like yeah. Contour. So if they ask definition of contour interval, it is the vertical distance between two successive or consecutive contours. Understood?
Okay. Yeah.
And it's given in the map extract also. Contour interval 20 meters.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. So now based on how far these contours are spaced, how much they curve, you can determine the relief feature. Alright. So if the contours are very close to each other, it's a steep slope. If it's a bit spread out, then it's a gentler slope. Okay.
Okay.
And then okay. Conical hill. It's like a
Mm.
generic mountain, bro. How you'd imagine a mountain. It's just concentric circles.
Okay.
Alright. Then plateau. This also concentric circles, but the middle circle is quite large. Alright, because the top of the plateau is what? It's flat.
Okay.
So that's a plateau. Alright. So now, okay, look at figure 40.
Okay.
So this is called a ridge. Okay, if it has multiple summits, so it's called a ridge. And then like the depression kind of area, the place between two summits, that is called a saddle.
What? Repeat?
Okay, so look at figure 40. Okay,
Yeah.
you see multiple summits. So this,
Summit.
yeah, I thought,
Okay,
but
got it. Got it.
summit, you see multiple summits, so this is not a normal mountain. All right,
Okay.
and because there's multiple summits, this is called a ridge.
Okay.
And the low area between two summits is called the saddle,
What do you mean the low area?
like the depression, bro.
Okay.
So if you see, you're seeing the contours representation also, right?
Yeah.
So if you see something like that, you can write ridge and saddle both together.
Both.
Yeah, you can just write both because there can't be a ridge without a saddle.
Okay.
So in case you forget, if in case you can't identify anything else, then and but you see this and it sticks out to you, then you can just write ridge and saddle.
It can't be only ridge or only saddle.
No, because ridge means multiple summits and saddle
So I
is,
have to always write ridge and saddle.
no, you don't have to.
When do I not have to?
Yeah, suppose, yeah, you always have to.
Okay. So always. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And then call, be safe, don't write call because it's kind of too similar to a saddle and hard to distinguish. So it's better to just write saddle. But for your understanding, just read the sentence about call. Just read it right now.
Okay.
All right. Now look at figure 41.
Mm.
If you notice, on one side of the hill, it's very steep, right? Contours are close to each other. That means it's very steep. And on the other side, it's a bit spaced. So it's more gradual. The slope is more gradual.
Mm.
This is called an escarpment. Okay,
Okay.
this can be in anything, a hill, plateau, or anything like that. So it's not necessary that the innermost contour must be this small.
Yeah.
Then valley. So the
Mm.
main, if you're gonna differentiate between like a hill and a valley, what you need to look at is where the highest contour is. Okay, so in a hill, what's the highest point? It's at the center,
Right.
right? So the middle contours will have higher value,
Okay.
but in a valley, the
It could
middle is like a
increase.
depression. The surrounding area is higher than that. So
Okay.
the outer contours will have a higher number. So that is a valley.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah,
Spur is
spur
the
also.
opposite.
What?
Is spur the opposite?
No, it's spur also, like it's a bit hard to identify and it mostly won't be there, so you can just read it. Right?
Isn't it just the opposite though? What? Like opposite of valley?
Yeah, it's represented like that. Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
And the knoll is like a small isolated hill.
Okay.
See figure 44.
Got it.
So if they ask to identify relief feature, then try to choose from these. Like keep these in mind because these are most common from what I have observed. Ridge and saddle, okay, knoll, and if you don't have anything, then you can write like steep valley, uh, or like plateau, or
Hmm.
you can write something like gentle slope, steep slope. Try to
Okay.
interpret and write.
Okay. So it's just these five, six,
Yeah.
seven, eight. Okay. Nine.
Okay. Fine. I'll just quickly explain. Okay. Spot height. It is the point of view.
Water divide.
Hmm?
Water divide.
Not important.
Okay.
Spot height. The height of a particular point. Okay. With respect to sea level. That is spot
Okay.
height. A triangulated height is the height of a particular uh, place which has been triangulated.
Okay.
Uh, one second. Yeah. Okay. Then benchmark. Okay. So it is quite similar to spot height, but the benchmark also it has the height above the sea level and also the height from the ground where the benchmark is written. So spot height is simply height above sea level, but benchmark it's written on something like a wall pillar or something like that, and it is not only the height of that place from sea level, but it also adds the height of where the benchmark is written from the ground.
Okay. So height of a spot from sea level and ground.
Yeah.
Both is benchmark.
Yeah.
So like in benchmark they always give both.
Yeah. In benchmark it'll be written like bm and then it'll be written, so it'll be easy to identify. Spot height it'll be with like a full stop, and then triangulated height it'll be a triangle. Look at
Okay.
page 12.
Page 12. Okay. Okay.
Then relative height, most commonly asked. If they ask if 20R is given next to a well. Okay, look at figures 47.
Okay.
So 20R is written next to a lined perennial well. So if they ask you to explain the meaning of 20R, then you will write the relative height of the lined perennial well in ridge square blah 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 is 20 meters. In essence, relative height is the height or depth of something with in relation to the ground. So usually you measure with reference to sea level, but this is with reference to the ground. Alright.
Okay.
So my bad, I made a mistake. If it's a perennial well, like a well, it's not height, it's depth.
Okay.
If there is a tank with an embankment, For example, in figure 46, and they have
Okay.
written here 6R next to the embankment. That means relative height of the embankment is 6 meters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they usually ask relative height with reference to something in the map.
Yeah. And even if they don't, if they ask you to explain what relative height is, uh, they have given it in the map at the bottom, but otherwise also you can just write in your own words. It's the height or depth of something in with relation to the ground and not the sea level.
Okay.
Hashers see from the symbols and conventional symbols and just read it. Okay.
Okay.
So relief features we just did. Okay. Now flow of rivers.
Okay.
Page 19.
Yeah.
So look at figure 54.
Okay.
This is most likely a river in the middle course. Why? Because riverine islands are being formed. And what does that indicate? Deposition of silt and other materials is happening. So that means speed is relatively less. But still the water is flowing. So it the river has to be in the middle course.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah.
And then wait 1 second. Yeah, and if you notice carefully, you'll see at certain points that the river is like bending towards one side. Do you notice? In grid square 3892, it's bending towards the bottom.
3892. Where, bro?
Figure 54.
Okay.
You understand what I'm telling? By bending.
Yeah. Got it.
So this is meandering.
Okay.
So if you notice meandering and but mainly the formation of riverine islands, then it means the river is in the middle course.
Okay.
And if there's no riverine islands, then it's upper course. But mostly all the rivers in the Gujarat Rajasthan region are in middle course only.
Hmm.
Alright. Then identifying the direction of flow. Usually there will be an arrow in the river if you notice in figure 55
Hmm.
like that. But in case if it's not there, which is like a huge if, then you can like take 2 points on the river where there is some spot height, triangulated height, or something like that near, and identify which is higher. Water flows from higher to lower point, right?
Right.
So you just find the direction using that.
Example.
Example, um, okay, look at figure 54.
Hmm.
In grid square 4193,
Okay.
okay, this is like imagine that that relief feature was not there and they're just telling spot height was 233. All right, and
Yeah.
then grid square 3792,
Yeah.
one spot height 177,
Yeah.
right? So the spot height on the right is higher, so it will flow higher to lower, so it will flow west. most probably.
Okay.
Understood.
Yeah, understood.
Um, and then now they might ask questions like differentiate between the left bank and right bank. How do you do this? So first step, uh, what determine the direction of the river flow. Okay. Now imagine you are standing in the river in that direction.
Hmm.
So to the left of you is the left bank, and the right of you is the right bank.
Okay.
Alright. And if you want, you can rotate the topo sheet until the arrow is facing straight up, so you can easily differentiate.
Okay.
Fine. Now drainage patterns. Dendritic, it's like branching kind of a structure, and the angle between the tributary and distributary is less than 90. That is the
Okay.
difference between
Then
dendritic
they
and
tell
trellis.
us.
Trellis
Okay.
is like almost perpendicular, 90 degrees.
Okay.
Then radial. It originates from a point, usually a high point on like a hill or something, and it flows outwards, downwards from there.
Hmm.
That is radial drainage pattern. Then inland drainage is when it drains into a depression or something like that.
Not important.
Not important. And then there's also disappearing rivers where it just
Mm-hmm.
abruptly stops. It abruptly stops. Like this inland drainage and disappearing rivers, it's mostly observed in areas with depressions and sand dunes.
Got it.
Okay, there's not much difference between both of them. It's a bit hard to differentiate, but they'll mostly ask between dendritic, trellis, and radial only.
Okay. Can you like give me some examples where I try and tell which drainage pattern it is?
All right, fine. Then climate. So they might ask you to identify the climate of the area. So here you have to be quite careful. Okay, because
Okay.
okay, take the topo map in page 40 for example.
Okay.
I'll explain using layman terms. Okay, in the northwestern part of the map there is more
Okay.
forest, green area, which is forest, right?
Yeah.
So that, and there's like also a water body if you notice at the top.
Yeah.
So this indicates that it's probably a region which receives abundant rainfall.
Okay.
But then in the south, not
Hmm.
only is Banas River a seasonal river, but
Hmm.
a majority of the area is white,
Yeah.
which is not non-cultivable, and there's also a lot of broken ground and everything. So that indicates that this region receives less rainfall.
Yeah.
So when you're writing your answer, you have to specify. In the northwest region, it receives more rainfall because of these reasons, and in the south and southwest region, it receives less rainfall for these reasons. Be
Okay. You need
specific.
to check if it's a forest or a dry area and if there's river.
No, you don't have to check that. I just explain using logic. I'll tell the things, bro.
Okay. Like what do you explain when you got it
Yeah,
right?
I'll tell. It's there. Come back to page 20.
Okay.
So, moderate rainfall. Dense jungles, moderate rainfall.
Okay.
Then, seasonal rainfall. Seasonal streams and rivers. Nearly all the streams are seasonal only. So, this is, yeah. Then, broken ground and dry riverbed with perennial water channel. The Banas River in the map we just saw, that was a dry riverbed with perennial water channel.
What?
Okay, go back to page 40.
Yeah.
Banas River here
Yeah.
is a dry riverbed with a
Yeah.
perennial water channel.
Yeah.
So, and then finally, scanty rainfall. Signs of this: open scrub, brackish sand dunes, and disappearing streams.
Okay, got it.
So, three types of rainfalls. First, moderate, which is basically heavy rainfall. Forest, that means moderate. Then, seasonal rainfall, less rainfall, but it's not too less. Okay. So, seasonal rainfall, there's three signs. One is seasonal streams or rivers, which are all the black lines. Those are all seasonal streams. Broken ground, and finally, dry riverbed with perennial stream of water. These three are
Oh,
signs of seasonal rainfall. And then
got it.
lastly, scanty rainfall, very less rainfall. Open,
Understood,
you
understood.
know what brackish is?
Yeah,
What?
those black broken lines.
No, that's broken ground.
Black lines, like bracket type of lines.
Yeah, that is broken ground, bro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, brackish indicates the water being salty.
Oh, how, like, how do you identify?
It'll be given like next to the well, it'll be written brackish. So that means the water in the well is salty.
And okay, fine. Oh, okay, fine.
Okay. And if you see white area, like large amount of white area, mostly it will be written open scrub. Yeah, okay, go back to page 40 and you'll notice open scrub is written. Open scrub is also basically a region with very less vegetation, very less forest cover, and like the only thing that's there is like sticks, shrubs, bushes, like that.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure this is given in conventional symbols also. Even brackish is given. That's why I'm telling you to read it.
okay.
And yeah, so that's rainfall. So vegetation, you can identify. So mainly it'll be like forest or it'll be open scrub.
Okay.
All right. Then settlement patterns. Three types. One, clustered or nucleated. The buildings, houses are all close to each other. Then dispersed. In this, the houses are a bit spread apart.
Yeah.
Linear. It's all in a straight line,
Okay.
usually along a
The
metal
road.
road or something like, or also along the bank of a river.
Got it. Got it.
That is linear settlement.
Okay. What about temporary and permanent?
Uh, so that's given in the index. So temporary mean if it's permanent, then the houses will be colored in. They'll be filled in with red. But if it's temporary, the houses will only be outlined. They'll just be a hollow box.
Okay. Difference between permanent and clustered?
It's like you. There's no difference. It can be permanent dispersed, permanent linear, permanent clustered. It's not like, yeah.
Okay.
But if they ask you to identify the type, don't write permanent or temporary. Write clustered, dispersed, or linear.
Okay.
If you want to be on the safe side, you can write permanent clustered.
You can do that. Okay.
Yeah, you can. Because like
Okay.
they're independent. It's not like uh, permanent and clustered are like two different opposite things.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
just given here, but it's, yeah,
Got it.
it's weird.
Oh my God.
What?
What is urban settlement?
That's unimportant. Like very developed area, that's urban.
Yeah, yeah, that looks ugly. Okay.
Then transportation and communication, quite obvious. So it'll be like metal road, unmetal road, cart track, back track, footpath.
How can they ask questions on this?
They can ask. how will one person get from how can one person go from settlement A to settlement B? Then you
Okay.
can identify what's in between. Or if they
Okay.
ask, what is the method of communication between settlement A and settlement B? And you notice it has a post office, then you'll write by post, by letters. Or if you notice that there's a telephone line running between the settlement, then you can write by telephone. Like, you know what I mean?
Got it.
Like, okay. And then irrigation. So there's just a few standard things. So wells, tanks, obvious, and rivers or lakes. That's also obvious. And then one other thing is dams.
Yeah.
Yeah, dam. Only dam.
Okay.
Okay. Now, finally, occupation. Yellow wash area means cultivable land. So yellow
Agriculture.
wash, agriculture.
Okay.
Green wash area means forested land, forest area. So
Okay.
forestry, timber harvesting, all of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That is the occupation. Then, if there's open scrub, veterinary, backtrack, then cattle rearing. Okay.
Hmm.
Then metal road, then it's most probably trade.
Or
If there's
tertiary.
good form of transport, then trade.
Okay.
Then post office, police chowki, rest house, all government buildings. Then
Yeah.
government
Okay.
service.
Okay.
Quarries and mines, obviously quarrying and mining.
Okay.
And then if there's tourist spots,
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
then tourism. Again, here you have to specify like in which region of the map, like you did for rainfall.
Got it.
And mostly it will be one of the first three. So yeah, rest are not that important.
Okay.
This has been the topography one shot with Go80. Hope you enjoyed, and this was educationally pleasing and helpful for you. Go80 signing out.